On your worksheet, you're going to work with multiplying some mixed numbers, and the purpose of this video is just to help you do that using the algorithm. We've already broken it down in some other ways using visual models, and now we're just going to look for a straightforward, quick way to work through this. So I've started with number 4. We'll kind of work through a few problems, and hopefully this will help you. At the end of, use the algorithm, I really need to make sure that I always get my fractions or mixed numbers down to a couple of main components or parts. And what I need is, I need a numerator times another numerator over a denominator times another denominator to then equal a new numerator and a new denominator. That sounds pretty simple. The reason why I say that is looking at, let's say, number 4. If I look at 1/4, I have a numerator and I have a denominator. That's not a problem. My problem here is with the 5 2/5. I have a numerator and I have a denominator, but I also have the whole number. So in order to solve this, I need to convert 5 2/5 into an improper fraction, and then I can multiply away. So to do that, 5 2/5 becomes 5 times 5, which is 25 fifths, plus the other 2/5 is 27 fifths, or 27 over 5, and now I can multiply using my algorithm. 1 times 27 is 27, and 4 times 5 is 20. And now I need to simplify that even further. 20 fits into 27 one time with 7/20 left over. And that would be my answer for number 4. Moving to number 5, I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'll pick up the pace a little bit. If I start with 1 1/2, I know that that equals 3/2 when I convert it. And I know that because I say 2 times 1 is 2, plus the 1 in the numerator is 3. So 3 over 2 times 5 1/3 becomes 3 times 5 is 15, plus the 1 is 16 over 3. That denominator isn't going to change. This becomes then 3 times 16, which is 48, over 2 times 3, which is 6, and then 48 over 6 actually equals 8. And that would be my answer for number 5. Number 6 looks like it's going to be a little bit less work because the 3/4 is already a fraction. So I'll do it down here where I have some space. I have 3/4, and then 1 3/5 is going to become, I'll say times, the denominator is always going to stay the same. So I can actually just go ahead and copy the fifths. It's the numerator I need to get. And 1 3/5 becomes 5 times 1 is 5, plus the 3 makes 8. So it's 8/5. To solve that out, 3 times 8 is 24, over 4 times 5 is 20. And now to simplify it, 20 fits into 24 one time with 4/20 remaining, and that will actually simplify to 1 1/5 as my final answer for that as well. So as you're working through the next couple of these, if you feel like you can do them on your own, pause the video and then resume the video to use it as like an answer key, if you will. And I'll go ahead and walk you through the next 3 problems, and we'll see if you get them right. 3 1/3 is going to become 10 thirds times 3 3/10 is going to become 33 tenths. And when I multiply this out, it becomes 330. 10 times 33 is 330 over 30. I could divide both by 10, making it become 33 over 3. And then 3 fits into 33 11 times, and that would be my final answer. For number 8, 5 1/2 is going to become 11/2 times 2/5. I'll multiply across. 11 times 2 is 22. 2 times 5 is 10. 22 tenths is going to become 2 2/10, which simplifies to 2 1/5. And then finally, number 9, 1 2/3 becomes 3 times 1 is 3 plus 2, so that's 5 thirds, times 3 3/4 is 3 times 4 is 12, plus 3 is 15/4. And I'll say 5 times 15 is 75 over 12. 3 times 4 is 12. That will simplify then to 6 3/12, which is 6 1/4. So hopefully this video helps you. You can finish the rest of the problems on the worksheet. And there also is a hard copy of the answer key.